What it do? What it do? Sports Money Music Podcast, man. You already know it's your boy Banks, J Maul. We in the building. YouTube, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? What's good, Maul? What's good, brother?
What's good, my brother?
Oh
Hey,
man, yeah.
all last of this warm weather out.
Say it again.
All time getting the last of this warm weather out.
Oh yeah, especially Detroit, boy. What y'all get 2 months of spring and summer up there? You say what?
I said basically, yeah, yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you already know. Follow the show at Sports Money Music Podcast on IG or Twitter. Well, X now. X Marshall. They heard they was trying to charge people to be on X now or something, man. Is that supposed to be true or some shit? I don't know, man. I ain't falling for it. I don't fall. I don't even,
If they ever get rid of the free part of it, the app is gonna be going down. Like it. I don't think people gonna want to pay for it just in general.
hell no. Hell no. Just a fucking text. It ain't nothing but a text
Right.
now. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Elon
Yeah,
be
they
crazy. Think that's gonna happen?
so Elon Musk, man, he going broke or something, man? What's up with
Yeah,
him,
it feel
man?
like it. It feel like it. But he said that they losing a bunch of money down there. So over at Twitter X. So I don't
Hit
know.
us
He
up
trying
for
to.
the hit us up for the sports money music merch. You know what I'm saying? Coming real soon. You already know. Subscribe, man. Like, comment, give us y'all hashtag picks in the comments, man. We appreciate all the love, all the support all around the world. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, it's hard sometimes to keep this train moving, man. You know what I'm saying? But when I see, what I'm saying, all the love from states I've never been in and all the support from everybody, countries I've never been in, that's what keep it going, man. So I appreciate everybody, man.
Appreciate
Again,
that.
what I'm saying? We on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, we on all podcast platforms except for Apple. I don't know what the hell it is with me and Apple. We don't like, he don't like me and I don't like him. So
Hey, this is something that we need from one of the listeners, man. If y'all know how to figure out why Jim can't get on Apple Podcasts, man, hit us up. Hit us up in the DM or something, man. Cause something ain't right. I don't know why it's not posting, why it ain't approved, but we need to figure that
yeah,
out.
definitely, man. I use Podbean as my my distributor. You know what I'm saying, and distributes to every other. Man, so much stuff I never even heard of, never even knew it was so many platforms out there. You know what I'm saying, but Apple it just won't go, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hit me up, Jim Banks 513 on IG. You know what I'm saying? Let them know they can find you at Mall. It's right there, scroll across the board, but let
Right
them
on the
know.
screen. Yep, absolutely. Ohio, the number 2, Michigan on Instagram and Twitter is where you can find me. Let's get it.
Let's get a weekly recap. Of course, we gonna get them hashtag picks, some NFL picks of the week. You know what I'm saying? What we at? Auto 4, man. You know what I'm saying? I almost at, counting the quickies, man, almost at 150 episodes altogether, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? For you new YouTubers, we were doing this for like 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that's been rocking with us, on the podcast platforms, I already know, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna kick it off real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? College recap, man. It's been, I'm glad this week is over with. Now we about to start getting down to the nitty gritty, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
buddy.
get down to the nitty gritty. What them hashtag picks was like, man. 3-0, man. 8-1 overall, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag
Hey,
bet the rent money, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to bet the rent money? You got $1,200 left. You got to spend it on the rent. You don't know what you're like, Banks, man. I need to flip this, man. What's happening? Like, I got you, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hashtag bet the rent money pigs. Ma, what you going yours, baby? 3-0,
hey,
baby.
I gotta admit, I'm struggling here. It's I was 1 and 2. But again, I'm going out on a limb, man. I'm going out trying to pick, big games and
This guy, boy.
make tough predictions. You know what I'm saying?
This
And
guy.
I'm
You know,
going for the home runs, Jim. Jim hit a bunch of singles. It's cool, you can score on singles. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
uh,
going for the grand slam, Jim. So I got to
hey,
get back. Got to get back right.
that's what I did on my NFL picks, boy. Ooh-wee. I was swinging for the fences, boy. You hear me?
Yeah. I can't wait to hear that. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, man. TCU, had TCU number 8 Washington and number 20 Ole Miss. But yeah, man, a lot of good games coming up definitely this week. But quick recap of some of the games that went on this past weekend. Of course, you already know, man. Colorado had everybody up to 2:30 in the morning. Lil Wayne, The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Obama and Biden and Trump ain't showed up yet. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know
Facts.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got everybody in the world showing up at the games, man. Just the atmosphere, man. Like, how can you, like, if you're a college kid, like, how can you turn that down? How can you walk away from that, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what the
It's
fuck you
real.
doing up there, bro? You know what I mean?
It's
It's,
real.
it's,
I mean, it's one of those things. Kids love it. Kids see it. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have to keep winning and keep the juices going to keep people coming. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's easy, obviously, to get the celebrities there now. First few weeks when it's not cold, you know, because
yeah,
eventually
right, right.
on the ground and the celebrities like I ain't going for it. You know, and it's
Yeah.
gonna coincide with them probably losing a few games, so it's gonna kind of look a certain way, like people jump off the bandwagon. But people rock with Prime, man, so they still gonna be there with them.
That's what I want to see them Southern boys when they get when that Colorado snow come and what the Florida boys go how they gonna handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, a lot of kids, it's crazy. A lot of kids never seen snow far as actually played in snow and seen it. They probably seen it on TV, but actually, you know what I'm saying, them down south kids, man. So I
Yeah,
definitely can't react to, when it gets October, November, how they go play there. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that also, shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
real. Absolutely, they're gonna be hoping all their games is on the road. Like Dion won't be surprised. Dion gonna try to get a bunch of front loaded games. You know what I'm saying at home and go on the road. You go to Arizona and you go to they'll be in the Big 12 next year, so it'll be a bunch of
Yeah.
Texas footprint, all that sort of stuff. So it'll be warmer for them on the road. But yeah, Travis Hunter gonna have to see that snow coming in. And then Shador gonna see that it's gonna be a little different.
Ooh-wee. You already know 43-35, two overtimes, great game. Of course, Travis Hunter with the cheap shot, lay hit. What you think about it? Cheap shot, lay hit, football play. You know what I mean? Like I like the attitude of the team for as, when I watched Trav, he was in a onesie and shit. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if he do Twitch, whatever the fuck he do. You know what I'm saying? But this big grown ass boy sitting there with a onesie on and shit, but he wasn't tripping because not even that they talk shit, talk stuff or whatever, but the swag of the team, the following of the team, they know what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? They know guys gonna try to chase cheap shots. They know guys who like to say, I guess before the game, the whole Colorado State came to the middle of the field. You know, say they asked your door about it. Say they just want to go viral. You know what I'm saying? So you go get a whole lot of that stuff, man, going on. And you know what I mean? Cheap shot lay here. What you think about the shot, bro? The hit on Trav.
Yeah, it was
Got a lacerated
definitely
liver
it
out 3 weeks.
was late.
He
It
did
was
definitely
it,
late.
it was it was late. I don't know if it was cheap from the standpoint of like you only have certain places you can hit guys nowadays, right? Like you can't hit them
Right.
high. Man, I guess you can't hit them low, but that's real cheap. So he's targeting the right area, right? Like in terms of a hit, especially if he caught the ball. But man, he was way late. Like the ball clearly was down, like clearly in his face, and he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to deliver the shot. So it was definitely cheap. I mean, it was definitely late. And yeah, I don't know if he should have got suspended. Like I think he should have 15-yard flag for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly thought that like Colorado was going to try to go like take out Colorado State's quarterback on something cheap. Like, hey, Chav got to go. Your quarterback got to go. Like I'm at his knees, like on some of that, like because it was a bad shot. It was super late, and people, of course, people going crazy, death threats, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
But
yeah.
I think if that's somebody other than Travis Hunter, you don't see him make that hit. So it was
Mhm.
definitely intentional.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like I say, man, it's that's the price you pay for fame, man.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But he good though, man. Out for 3 weeks, but it's just ugly because they toughest two games are coming up. Of course they're
Hmm.
going on the road against Colorado Saturday at 3:30. Then they at home against USC. Oh my God, that USC game, man.
Man.
I mean, oh my God, it's that game right there. Like, I mean, they already been having some of the highest rated games. You know what I'm saying in the history of Fox, ESPN, and all that. I think that was the highest game ever in that time slot, 10:30. I mean 10 o'clock ever. I believe something to that
Mm-hmm.
effect. But yeah, man, that USC Colorado game gonna be out the hook, man. I'm not. Hey, I need. we
Better
had
get
to
some
get out there
tickets.
some way somehow.
Hey,
Huh?
tickets are gonna be crazy. The tickets,
Yeah,
even though I think Oregon beats them up pretty good. You know, more to come on
yeah,
that, but I still think there's gonna be some luster there. It's still Shador versus Caleb, and they're still it just not having Trav. Man, I just think really kind of takes some of the air out of the
do,
because
do,
he's such a stud. You know what
do,
I'm saying? Offensive,
definitely
defensive
do.
star. So, but yeah, I think Oregon, and that's a physical game. They play overtime against a rival. They didn't have to go to Oregon. Bo Nix, like I think the Oregon's gonna try to make an example out of them. So, but
Yeah,
it still won't take away. I think that USC game still gonna be probably the highlight of their week for sure.
and then Colorado actually played two. You know what I'm saying? Rival games back to back. Of course, the Colorado,
Right,
Nebraska. You
that's
know what I'm
real.
saying? Then the Colorado State. So two emotional games back to back. Even the first game with TCU. You know what I'm saying? With all the
Hmm.
hype and the build up. So yeah, man.
I mean,
Even
maybe it gets
Shador.
them ready, right? Like maybe the
Yeah,
under
yeah,
happened and it gets them ready. I mean, it seems like they've
yeah,
been relatively healthy, but maybe
yeah,
those games actually get them ready. They've been playing
yeah,
high stakes games literally
yeah,
out the gate, right? So, like, yeah,
yeah,
it could definitely
yeah.
work the other side too.
Definitely, definitely. They've been, and Shador even said, like, we got to keep winning to keep this. You know what I'm saying? What people want to see, if people want to see us win. You know what I'm saying? To keep these
Hmm.
fans going, like you were just saying, keep all this momentum, and it's kind of like a team that's, what I mean, when you playing for your playoff live, and you need to win every game. You know what I'm saying? They've
Hmm.
been kind of like battle tested, and every game has been a pressure game for them. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely. We're gonna talk about it in a minute, but don't sleep on Colorado, man. Don't sleep on them against Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Oregon never had a defense.
That's
Never
real.
can talk about Oregon being defensively great. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
a couple more scores real quick. Mal, one of your picks, Florida over Tennessee. I see you picked that. Trevor Etienne, 23 carries, 172 and a touchdown. What you see or what made you pick Florida in that game? Over your Tennessee boys at that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Tennessee's my boys, man. Just to look, college football, of course, is first of all, Swamp is a tough place to play at night. Like that. That is a underrated. Like, of course, they got fame when Tebow was there and all that sort of thing, but that is an underrated college football environment.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that is
sure.
90,000. They all wild. Like they're
We
right
got a
on
lot of
top of
killers and
you.
rapists and shit down there, man. Oh, no,
And Florida, Florida is
no,
the
no,
craziest
no,
state in the union too. So don't everything crazy happens in Florida.
no. Shout out
That's
to Florida, man. I was representing the Netflix special, man, and all those them crazy characters they had on that team, man, on the Tim Tebow team. But go ahead, my bad.
facts, facts. No, shout out to Duval, man. Y'all know how you
For
rap,
sure,
but
big big fact.
but yeah, man. Just again, not a belief in Tennessee. Not a belief in they had the ranking, but their ranking was based off last year. And it doesn't mean they lost a lot last year.
Mhm.
So in Florida, just that environment was going to be too much.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Number 8, Washington blew out Michigan State 41-7. Penix Jr., Michael Penix Jr., 473, 4 touchdowns. Alabama struggled with South Florida, number 10 ranked Alabama, 17-3, 3-3 at a half. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? When they set the Mill Road guy, you know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't think he played too bad the
Mm-hmm.
previous game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He definitely made, he made some good plays, but the other guy they try to bring in, Bachner, whatever, he's the ass. You know what I'm saying? So I heard they was going back to Milrow and shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna be tough against Ole Miss, man. I don't think it's Lane beat him yet. Beat the Sensei yet. Lane Kiffin has he beat? I
You
don't
know
think
what?
so. Has he?
I don't think that he
I don't
has.
think
I
he
know it's
has.
gotten
Yeah,
close. I know
yeah,
Kirby.
right,
Kirby was the first to
right to
beat
beat him,
him.
I believe. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he
and
has it. Yeah,
I don't think Lane has, or if he has, it's been once. Maybe he
yeah,
has one time, but
maybe can't
yeah.
remember either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then I ain't shocker around here. You know what I mean? Miami, Ohio, upset UC 31-24 in overtime. block field goal with seconds left to win the game. You see it with in the red zone 7 times, 1 touchdown. Miami's kind of like that. To us here, Cincinnati, Miami, Ohio is like basically 40 minutes northeast, close to the Indiana border. So they kind of like, they're like our stepson or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we rock with them when
Mm-hmm.
they win it. You know what I'm saying? But when they lose, we don't claim them. You know what I'm saying? But Big Ben and a couple other guys that came out of Miami, Ohio, they recruit heavy down in Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So, shout out to Miami, Ohio, man, the Red Hawks, man. You know what I'm saying? But you see, missed out on a gold opportunity going against Oklahoma, man. Big opportunity they missed out on, man.
Man, they got Fox noon kickoff coming. There's gonna be the Fox game with 12 o'clock, the main game on Fox.
Sports Money
And like I
Bill,
said,
we will be in the building for that game. My bad, bro. My bad.
yeah, no,
My
you're
bad.
good.
Go ahead.
So yeah, you're right. Just missing opportunity, man, and maybe helps them get refocused. Maybe they're looking ahead a little bit, to Oklahoma, like that can happen. But yeah, it's definitely a missed opportunity. Again, what you win this week, you probably can sneak maybe back into the back end of that top 25, and then start your Big 12 slate after that. If you can sneak this win out.
You know, I wonder how much do they, if any, do they go out to Coach Prime? Coach Prime, he has a relationship here in Cincinnati. Of course, he played for the Reds on 2 different occasions, I believe. You know what I'm saying? He said, has a good rapport. I actually met Prime Time when he was here. And you know what I'm saying? When he came here in Cincinnati when he played for the Reds, he came up to English Woods. Oh yeah, you was young boy, Ma, you know what I'm
Right?
saying?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Got the minute to go and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But I wonder, did they even attempt to go out to prime time, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I, I bet you every AD in the world is probably kicking their you know what. And they
Mhm.
said he actually had offers that he turned down that was actually more lucrative than Colorado or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know about the Satterfield guy, man.
It was a miss. It was a miss.
Definitely, bro.
And Louisville wasn't that impressive to go get the
Right.
guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to me, you would have needed to have leaked out, "Hey, we made an offer to Dion and he declined it." Like that.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
had bro, you had to know that Travis Hunter was coming with Dion. Like that's your Sauce 2.0.
All
Like you
that.
just had
George.
Sauce,
All that.
the
Yeah. All that
defensive
sauce.
rookie, like all the momentum, and then you go and like that's just a miss, man. They're gonna look back probably at this moment in history like, man, we
Yeah.
really missed the boat on this one. They gonna,
Yeah.
unless Satterfield turns it around quickly, but I don't see it.
Week 4, hashtag bet the red money picks. First, we're gonna go down a couple games first. Like I said, this is a lot of conference games starting up this week, so it's a lot of good games. If you love to bet, you on your FanDuel or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's some money picks this week, baby. You know what I'm
Great week of
saying?
games, man. It's the busiest Saturday I'm gonna have in a long time, and it's like all the best games gonna be on all week. I'm salty, but
Yeah, I know. I
a
feel
lot of
you.
DVR recording and watching. So
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Refing this week.
tomorrow I am, but got flag football in the morning, and then got
Okay.
birthday
Yeah.
after that. So
Okay.
a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
kid, and so
Yeah.
sorry.
Get the DVR on, man.
Right, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? See, if you had an Android, you had a Samsung, you get your alien streams. You know what I'm saying? You can stream it and watch it live. But y'all iPhone guys, man, you know what I'm
Hey, there's other capabilities to watch it live. So I I got two
talking about.
phones too, so I
For
got double the
sure.
capacity.
For sure, for sure. Like we were just saying, number 16, Oklahoma comes to Nipper Stadium, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's first Big 12 game ever. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, Ohio State versus number 9, Notre Dame. You got 3-0 versus Rutgers going to the Big House against number 2, Michigan, 3-0 also. Number 4, Florida State versus Clemson, 2-1. Number 19, Colorado versus number 10, Oregon, 22 ranked. UCLA versus another ranked Utah Utes. Both teams are 3-0. Number 15, Ole Miss going to Alabama. Number 15, Ole Miss, going to number 13, Alabama. You know what I mean? Lane Kiffin trying to finally defeat his sensei. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Which I think is gonna happen, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Number 14, Oregon State versus number 21, Washington State. Number 24, Iowa versus number 7, Penn State. Both teams 2-0. So it's a lot of good teams, a lot of good ranked teams. Hashtag bet the rent money, man. You need to bet. You need to flip this rent money, man. Ride with me, fucks with me, man. Know what I'm talking about? Give me y'all hashtag pits. You know what I'm saying? Pics in the
Mhm.
comment section. You know what I'm saying, on YouTube or whatnot. Hashtag bet the red money. Ma, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, let me go first. You know, you been. Let me switch up the mojo. Right, man. I gotta
Gotta do
get
something,
right.
boy.
You get to give me a 3-0 week this week. You know, again, disclaimer. You know, we do not endorse and recommend that you really bet your rent money. But if you do, you know, we do this over here, man. You know,
So big facts.
uh,
Had to
so
throw that
going off of
disclaimer out there one time.
right, got to put a disclaimer out there, man. Just make sure you cover our tracks. Um, I'm gonna start UCLA, Utah. Utah is, getting back to back Pac-12 champs at home. They are a 4.5 point favorite right now. I'm on ESPN.com, 4.5 point favorite to win that game. UCLA is coming in at 22. I'm gonna go with UCLA on the upset on that. Their freshman quarterback Dante Moore from
Where you from,
Detroit,
baby? Where you from? The
from the
D.
D, from
Yes,
Detroit. I
sir.
officiated his games the last 2 years here in
Okay.
Detroit. Um, was the best quarterback that I saw. Meanwhile, Michigan had Dante Moore was the number 2 or 3 quarterback in the country last year. They got the number 1 quarterback in the country as a sophomore up here in Detroit, and then a top 5 guy in the junior class. And Dante Moore was the best of all the 3 that I saw. He was a senior, so he was more advanced,
Right.
but he was the best one that I saw. And
Okay.
so he's taking over the UCLA offense. Their quarterback, I think Ethan Gabe Garbers had thrown like 2 or 3 interceptions. Chip Kelly benched him. Dante Moore has come in the last two and a half games and really taken off that offense. Efficient, big arm, strong, smart. So I think he's capable enough to go on to Utah and win that game. And again, he's a talent. He's an ultra talent. He's an NFL quarterback. So I'm going UCLA on the upset. I'm going them straight up. Of course, I'm taking the points, but I'm also going to just pick them straight up. Ole Miss and Alabama. Alabama is giving 7.5, 6.5 right now at home. I think that's a big number, especially with that offense not really being able to score. Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, that offense typically does give Alabama trouble. Even when Alabama's beat them, Ole Miss has been able to score, and I think they'll be able to do the same this game. I am going to take Alabama, though. I think this is one of
Mm.
those kind of like
You was setting it up. You was setting it up, believe
I
then you
was
went the
setting it
other
up
way on us.
straight okey doke, setting
Hit
it
it
up.
with the okie doke.
You know, I don't. I would probably take Ole Miss plus the points, but I'm taking just betting the game money line straight up. I'm taking Alabama. This is saves their season. Like to me, their season goes up or down right here. Either they right the ship now, or they're gonna lose 3 or 4 games this year at home. Jalen Milroe, I think, comes back, gives them a run threat, and you'll see Alabama, the best of Alabama. What makes that program a prideful program? I think you'll see it at home this Saturday. I'm too nervous to bet the Ohio State Notre Dame game, man. I can't wait to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Jim Banks is a golden domer. You talk about me and Duke. This guy is a golden domer, man. So I don't know what
You
he
know, I'm a
do.
Buckeye too. You know what I mean? Hey, when
He,
my teams play each other. You know
he
what
torn. He
I'm
torn. What to do? He don't know how to which pair of PJs he wearing is Buckeye Notre Dame. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. Um, I'm the last game to do Florida State Clemson. Look, Florida State got a real good chance to make themselves into the college football playoff. They're ranked number 4 right now. Going to Clemson, they're a -2.5 favorite, which basically is they're basically Vegas is saying, hey, we think they're a 5.5 point favorite because the home team typically gets 3. I go back and forth on this one, man. I think that Dabo is a prideful coach. They got talent down there. This is a big game for Clemson as well. They kind of right their season. They're unranked. Florida State got talent all over the place too. Seasoned quarterback. This is also a statement game for them. So it kind of comes down to which coach do you trust more? Which quarterback do you trust more? I'm gonna go with Clemson in the upset.
Clemson, they lost to Bobby Hurley and Christian Laettner, Jim. How the hell? I think I seen Zion out there on the football field. I think they lost to some hoopers, Jim. How
Hey,
the hell?
we
Why?
get in, Jim. Hey,
Can't believe it.
Duke different this year, man. You know, put some respect on our name,
They
but
lost to a hoop team, Jim.
did
Come on, man.
they did. But look, I think that again, that's woken them up. You know, they realize that this ain't Deshaun, this ain't your uncle Deshaun Watson. You know, and Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence team. You know, it's a different
right.
team. But they do got Will Shipley. They do have the K Klubnik quarterback. You know, and there's still loads of defensive line talent. That's NFL caliber talent. They just can't really get open a lot. You know, so that's been their problem. I think on offense has been able to throw the ball and run the ball consistently. All line ain't what it used to be. But again, in what they call Death Valley, one of the Death Valleys, LSU is the real Death Valley, but what they call Death Valley, Clemson, this is kind of the hold on to any last reign of supremacy in the ACC. I
Mhm.
think you see them fight and scratch and claw their way to a victory to try to keep themselves kind of at the top of that heap. So I'm gonna take Clemson. Of course, they're getting 2.5, but I'm gonna just take them money line to win straight up. So that's really, that's underdogs there, man. I'm taking a bunch of underdogs in here. Let's see.
See, you was doing good with the UCLA. You started off good. I thought you was looking at my paper for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I definitely go at UCLA. Like I said, a young boy. Both teams are starting two freshman quarterbacks, but what I'm saying, I think young kid from UCLA has a lot more game experience under his belt. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I'm not definitely not a Chip Kelly fan. I was going back and forth with this one. Utah at home, you know what I'm saying? One of the few teams in the Pac-12 that actually played defense. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely going back and forth, but like I said, I'm gonna bring it down to the quarterback play. UCLA's freshman is a little more polished than Utah's freshman. I think they're going to go with the dual quarterback system, but I'm gonna go with Chip Kelly, even though I don't like dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mess with it, but I'm gonna go with Chip Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Ole Miss and Alabama. See, you was going the right way. Then you hit the then you flip the switch on me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Alabama is gonna get buried, man. It's
mm,
over. It's over, man. Lane Kiffin going into Alabama, man. He's gonna put his foot on
ooh-wee.
the sensei neck. He's gonna finally get his first win, I believe, over the great Nick Saban, man. If it's now or never. You know what I'm saying? This ain't your grandma's Alabama team where you got 18 five-star guys on the bench. You know what I'm saying? As soon as these 18 graduate, you got 18 more on the bench. This ain't your father's Alabama, man. So this is Ole Miss hands right here, right now. I'm definitely going with Ole Miss right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
then my
okay.
third pick. Ready? Woo-wee.
Or
Now I gonna go Colorado. I ain't gonna go Colorado. Oh, I know. I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna stay away.
ooh,
Woo, I'm gonna stay away from Colorado, Oregon. I'm gonna stay a long way from that. But I am gonna go with my two boys, man. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Give me the Golden Domers, man.
oh my
Give me the
God.
Golden,
Oh my
the
dear
Golden
God. Oh,
Helmets, bro. The Golden Domers, Jim. I gotta go with, you know what I'm saying? Sam Hartman, estimate their offense, man. Like,
oh
for
my
a lot of people that don't know, Sam Hartman was the same kid last year that was at Wake Forest, put up all those numbers last year. Came over to Notre Dame, lined it up this year, had a little bit of a I don't know if it's a leg injury kind of last week in the game last week, was kind of limping a little bit. If he's 100% healthy, which I'm assuming because he actually came in the game, you know what I'm saying? Actually came back in the game, and I didn't hear anything that he's hurt for significantly. So, yeah, I don't trust Ohio State's quarterback. I love the running backs, Mayan, Trevion, of course, Marvin Harrison Jr., probably the best wide receiver out there, but Notre Dame for real, man. Marcus Freeman, man. They for real, man. So give me Notre Dame, hashtag bet the rim money, baby. Notre
Hey,
Dame,
I'm back.
UCLA,
I'm
Ole
back.
Miss. I had to stay away from
I'm back.
Colorado, man.
I don't know if he allowed back in the state, man. He might have to check in, come back in Ohio after this one. That hurts. That hurts bad.
I don't trust the QB, bro. I don't trust him, man. I don't
I
trust him,
feel
man.
it. I feel
So
it.
man. So yeah, man. Hashtag bet the rim money. Give us y'all picks in the comments, man. We appreciate all the support, of course. You know what I mean? NFL picks of the week 2. It's been ugly, man. It's been ugly, man. There's a lot of ugly games, man. A lot of lot of ugly games, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Monday night game, the Vikings versus Eagles. The Vikings, man, I kind of figured they was gonna keep it close. First of all, what's your record, man? I'm 8-8 again, man. I'm 16-16 overall. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I was swinging a whole lot of Barry Bonds. I was on steroids, swinging for the fences last week. I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't do much better, man. I'm 17-15 overall. I'm only one game up. I was 8-8 last week too. So somehow we
Okay.
picked a lot of different games, but end up with the same record. So
Right, that's crazy, ain't it? Eagles over the Vikings, 34-28. Swift for the Eagles, man. Rushed 28 times, 175 yards on a touchdown. Cousins threw for 364 and 4 touchdowns. That was a Thursday night game. Sunday games, Bengals, Ravens.
mm.
Should we talk? I'm 27-24. I'm gonna come back to this. We're gonna hit rewind and come back to this. I gotta let some things unload off my chest, man, with these guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna come back to that game. Bears and the Bucks. Bucks win 27-17. Cowboys roll 30-17. Man, looking real good. Dax went 31 for 20. What was it? 31 for 38, 255 and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, 143. Bills bounced back against porn star and them. You know what I'm saying? 38-10. Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns. Packers 24, Falcons 25. Great win by the Falcons.
Yeah.
Great win by the Falcons.
Yeah.
Definitely, I had Packers in that game, but great comeback win for the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Lions and the Seahawks was a great game. You know what I'm saying? 37-31. Seahawks win in overtime. Geno threw for 328, 2 touchdowns. Golf threw for 323, 3 touchdowns in the INT. Colts 31-20 over the Texans. Giants with the comeback over the Cards, 28-31. I know they tanking, but they got Dobbs, man. Dobbs, the quarterback, man. He trying to get a job, man. I know he's fighting for a position somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But the Cards been playing tough last 2 weeks, man. Can't
Mhm.
say that. So even though the organization want them to lose bad, trying to get one of these new, young quarterbacks. I guess they already said your boy from USC say we stand in if y'all #1 pick. We ain't fuck with y'all.
Facts, yeah, buddy. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. I think he bluffed, but I ain't mad at him at all. No sirree.
I ain't mad at him either. Shit. Daniel Jones threw for 321, 2 touchdowns. INT Barkley left the game, hurt ankle. We gonna touch more about the Barkley and a couple other guys later on. Right after this, 49ers 30-23 over the Rams. Game didn't really seem like it was that close for real. You know what I'm saying? Who was these guys for the Rams, man? You know what I'm saying? Who was this guy, man, that's lighting up the fantasy world, man? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Puka.
And who the hell is dude, man?
Dog, it's crazy because I remember reading about dude early in the year. They were saying him, Tutu, and then Jefferson was going to be like their top three guys with Cooper Cup out. I'm like,
Mhm.
man, okay, what does that mean? Like they still, still a bunch of
Right,
rookies and like
right,
the
yeah,
offense is terrible. And man, Stafford looking like he killing it. Now again, of course,
yeah.
Cup is out first 4 weeks, so
Mhm.
I'm sure his numbers will go down. But yeah, he eating. Him and Tutu Atwell, they both eating.
Yeah, that guy. What's the name again?
Puka Nakua.
Puka Nakua. Yeah, I think 25 catches, 25 receptions, first 2 weeks. I think he had what he had 15 this week, I believe. 15
Mm-hmm.
catches, 10
Mm-hmm.
last week. So yeah, that guy. He's doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Commanders keep rolling, man. 35-33. They had a Broncos with the Hail Mary, went to 2-point conversion, then failed. You know what I'm saying? You see the enemy, man, showing his
Yeah.
worth. You see they offense versus Kansas City. Come on now. Of course,
Hmm.
Kansas City, I think it will get going, but Kansas City always work with these makeshift wide receivers or whatnot. But Commanders looking good, man. Sam Howell, 299, 2 touchdowns. Brian Robertson Jr., 87 yards rushing, 2 catches. I mean, 2 TDs. Russ threw for 308, 3 touchdowns and an INT. Dolphins 24-17 over the Pats. Raheem Mustard, 18 carries, 121, 2 touchdowns. Your boy only had 5 catches and 40 yards. Tyreek Hill.
Hmm.
Belichick, he's gonna take the best option out. He don't give a fuck about nothing else. The
Yep.
number one guy ain't gonna beat us. Two, three, four,
Facts.
5, 6 better beat us. Number one ain't beating us, you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
that's what 2 tough games, you know what I'm saying? And played kind of tough this week, you know what I'm saying? For the last 2 weeks, I should say. Then you had the 2 Monday night games. Saints over the Panthers, 20-17. And then Browns over the Steelers. Steelers actually with the win, 26-22, surprised me. Of course, Nick Chubb with the devastating knee injury. Like I say, Chubb, Barkley, man, you know what I'm saying? You had
Eckler.
Taylor from Indianapolis,
Eckler.
Oscar Eckler. I think he got
Hmm.
hurt early in the year. Like, are the owners justified for not paying the running backs, or how you look at it, Mal? Because I got to take on it too. What I mean? For me, it's more reason to pay these guys. You know what I'm saying? And I get the logic. Like I say, of course, running backs they get hurt, but it just seemed like why the guys from our past didn't get hurt like this? Emmitt Smith didn't get hurt like this. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Thurman Thomas, Walter Payton, these guys that's in the Hall of Fame, man, that's got all these yards. Like I say, Emmitt Smith probably gonna have the most untouchable record ever in sports now. We used to think it was Babe Ruth. Now it's gonna be the rushing record because the
Hmm.
way these, you know what I'm saying? But these guys
Fact.
in our days, they just didn't get hurt. I mean, not like these guys are now, man. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's kind of what you think about what's going on with the running backs and the owners, and what's your opinion on everything, Mo?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. They carried the ball more. They
Yeah, way
became
more
more
30
physical.
right,
But a
workhorses,
part of it
man.
is, I'm sure, how they train, right? Like they train for it. They train. Not saying that these guys don't train for it, but a lot of them are, receiving backs, or they work on a lot of, just catching the ball out of the backfield and being
Hey,
versatile. Blah
when
blah
when
blah
Chad
blah.
say y'all eat too healthy, y'all better start eating some Big Macs and shit, man.
Right, right. Yeah,
Chad gonna
yeah,
quickly say that, man. Y'all eat all this parsley and shit. Y'all need some Big Macs and some hamburgers in your life.
yeah. That's real. I mean, look, it's a tough, tough thing, man. I see it from both sides. Like it is like I said, a catch-22. The owners are like, this is why we don't pay it. The players like, this is why we need to get paid. I honestly think that a guy like Zeke, a guy like Bijan Robinson, to a lesser extent Bijan Robinson, but a guy like Zeke, like in if or Saquon, right? The guys that are drafted top five, really, that's even though you don't want to draft a running back in the first round from owner standpoint, and they get 5 years on the first on a rookie deal if you get drafted in the first round, plus they can franchise you, so they can really not pay you if they're drafted in the first round beyond your regular contract. But if you're drafted like top five, you're going to get 25 million or so. I mean, think CJ Stroud signed for 34 years, 30 something million, and got it all guaranteed. He was number two, right? So if you're top five, maybe you can get a $25 million deal out the gate. That's probably going to be your, bulk of your money, right? The bulk of your
Mhm,
guaranteed money.
mhm.
They definitely need to structure something differently for the backs, man, because ultimately, eventually, you're going to have it where guys are just, you're going to dilute the position. You're not going to have guys who are willing to play the position, and then you're going to be having lesser capable people um, to play it. Like that's just kind of what's going to happen. But I feel bad for these guys, man. I feel like a guy like Austin Eckler, like if he's, I think the NBA, NFLPA said like don't milk any, your injuries or whatever. If I got a nick, a bruise or something, I'm sitting down, I'm chilling, like I'm good, I'm straight. Same with Saquon, right? Hurt his knee out 3 weeks or whatever. I'm chilling. Like you're not about to rush me back and not then you're not gonna pay me no money and something happen like Nick Chubb can take his whole career out. So like owners, it's a shame that it's come this way, but eventually, like they're gonna have to find a way to do something because, again, running backs are valuable. They are needed, especially you get in these cold weather cities. a place like Chicago, right? You want to go on a deep playoff run, Green Bay. Like, how you gonna do it with no running
Mhm.
game? You know what I'm saying? I kind of go back and forth. I can understand both sides of it, but ultimately, of course, I'm pro player, so I want to see the players get paid.
Yeah, I definitely get the owners per se. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, man, I'm definitely with the team. Definitely with the players all day. Again, man, like I said, we talk about these offensive coordinators. That's a lot of them former quarterbacks, so they want the quarterback to win. They want to throw the ball 80% of the time until that quarterback gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to lean on the running back. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or when that running back or when that quarterback's playing like what, now they
Mm-hmm.
want to lean on the running back. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that guy, you don't have that workhorse, you're ass out, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? I'm definitely pro player, man. I think running backs out the gate. If you don't want to, first of all, you shouldn't be at a franchise them two, like you say, they get
Yep.
the first deal, then you get the franchise them twice. You know what I'm saying? That's the most bogus thing in the world. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You already capping them. It seems like they keep the running backs right around that $10 million. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? But okay, if you're gonna do that, make it fully guaranteed then. Running backs should have fully guaranteed deals, man. I
Mm-hmm.
believe so. Whether if it's 10 million, 5 million, 6 million, it should be fully guaranteed off the position, off of you know what they're facing, you know what the reason why you don't want to pay them is the reason why you do need to pay them. You know
Facts.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely sad, man. Of course, like I say, running back was the number one probably famous position in all of sports. From the Jim Browns and the Walter Paytons and the you know what I'm saying? Now it's just kind of a foregone conclusion. They try to turn this shit into flag football or arena league or something, man. You know what I'm saying? It is, you know what I mean? For the league to stay as great as it is, you got to have running backs. You got to have great backs. And like everything else, I think it's going to come full circle. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I think it's going to take a Vrabel. Like I say, you see Vrabel, you know what I'm saying? He's an old school guy. You know what I'm saying? Or just a guy that's, you know what I'm saying, recognize that winning, with playing, running the ball and playing great defense was a great formula for years in this league. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's gonna come back to the running backs. You know what I'm saying? But right now, everybody's pass happy. You got all these coordinators, ex quarterbacks, and all that. So you know what I mean? Like I say, the same reason you don't want to pay them, same reason you do need to pay them, man. And you know what I mean? Nick Chubb shit, man. It was ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? And you think it's over for him? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got you probably looking at least all off season to rehab and
Yeah.
we're running backs, man. It's that half step. It's that half step. You know what I'm saying? That half step,
Mm-hmm.
get through the line. The half step. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You lose that half a step, man. You go from 1,000 yard back to a 500 yard back that quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So, I mean, I see they went sign Kareem Hunt, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to a 1 year deal or whatnot. They went crawling back to him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Funny how I bet they probably double this money ASAP. Like, we
mhm.
need you now. Like,
Right,
and
yeah,
that's the
right.
bad part, right? Like, cause Kareem Hunt looking for a job, like, but they know they can always go back and go sign a guy like
Mhm.
Kareem Hunt and get him for. I mean, think about it. Kareem Hunt is about to be susceptible to the same thing that Nick Chubb was, and he got in a contract 1 year up to $4 million. So not even guaranteed to get 4 million. Probably
That's
gonna be
terrible.
closer to three. He
Terrible.
about to put himself in the same position that he
Terrible.
had to be. So it's just like it's so bad, man.
Terrible.
It's awful.
Making
Um,
these guys play for scraps, man. It's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
mhm.
terrible, man.
Does it come back? I don't know, man. Like Nick Chubb seems to be a different cat. You never hear anything. You never hear him say anything. Like you never hear him, in any kind of headline. Like I wouldn't be surprised. He's just like, you know what? Like I'm done. Like and hopefully, if that is the case, like hopefully the Browns will pay out the rest of his contract because he's been one of the best running backs in the NFL in his time
Right.
there. But I mean, do you want to put up with that again? Like, and again,
Yeah.
like you said, it's that half step that eventually he's not gonna recover. I don't think it's the same level. I think it's
No.
older
Yeah.
now, and you do it
Mhm.
twice. Like I can only imagine the kind of cleanup that's gonna be required on his leg to try
Yeah.
to get it
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
even right. And then again, I'm
Right.
thinking about beyond the football. Like you 50 years old and you got two major knee, like that's gonna be painful for the rest. He gonna be dealing with that for the rest of his life, man. So
Yeah, yeah, man.
shout out to
You
him, man.
know,
Crazy.
yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to him, man. Cleveland is our rivalry, but we definitely don't want to see nothing like that ever happen to nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
now back to these Bengals, man. Oh my lord, where do I start, man? Where do I start? Where do I start? Of course, lost 27-24 to the Ravens. Good game. Joe Burrow, another subpar game, 27 for 41, 222, two touchdowns, INT Mixon, averaging 4 yards a carry, but again, only carried the ball 13 times, 59 yards. I think he carried 13 times last week for like 56 yards or something like that. Like, so you got a guy that wants to run the ball. You got a guy that's averaging 4 yards a carry when he run the ball. You have a quarterback that's hobbled, coming into the season. They
Mm-hmm.
say that he reactivated the injury and the calf injury. First game was raining, snowing. Raining, cold. Should have been running the ball. Second game,
Mm-hmm.
he was kind of rubbing his knee at the end of that game. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they don't want. It's like it's like purposely. I don't know if some of this I used to have those conspiracies and with
Mm-hmm.
these guys, man, they don't want to throw me the ball because of these contracts and this and that. I got these
Mm-hmm.
calls. It's like they're purposely not getting the ball. I want to hear something like Mixon went in there and him and Zach Taylor got into a fight. Not a fight, but a verbal altercation. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why the fuck he's not getting the ball. Period, point blank. And then okay, let's touch it to this Joe Burrow situation. See, I kind of called in 360. Shout out to Tony Pike and those guys, radio station 1530. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals starting to do old Bengal stuff. And if you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, with far as, the Bengals with pre Marvin Lewis, pre Zach Taylor, the 90s Bengals. After Boomer, before Marvin, that 10 years of terror. You know what I'm saying? Them 3-13, 4-12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say first round draft pick, bust seems like, you got a guy that's all speed with no moves. Hell, you might as well should have drafted a wide receiver, put him right there. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, Joe Burrow was struggling in the preseason. He got hurt. First of all, why are you guys not playing in the preseason? That's another reason, but that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, not one time did you even think about going to get a quarterback. So y'all good with these two bums? You know what I'm saying? Y'all good with that. Y'all good with these two guys unproven. Y'all good with that. And in the season where we trying to win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you serious? Go get
Mm-hmm.
Fitzpatrick. Go get Fitzmagic. Go get some fucking body, man. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And then, after that, like even before the season again, they cut Lyle Collins. For who? For Jonas Williams, the same guy you was trying to get rid of. And why
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden he got this golden pass? Why? Because Orlando Brown said he played the best. He was the MVP of the training camp. Orlando Brown was getting his ass kicked by those guys. You know what I'm saying? By Garrett and those guys in Cleveland. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, like, come on, man. So okay, you cut him. So that cuts the depth. You know what I'm saying? And then okay, they say they saved 3 million, 3-4 million. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, they cut him. They signed T. Higgins. T. Higgins deal still ain't going on. So what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like then the Fredrickson guy not giving us nothing. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? But, the defense is looking very shabby over the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But what the quarterbacks are having all the time in the world. There's no pressure from Sam Hubbard, Henderson, and these guys. Like, you can't tell. It's another Bengals thing. You can't tell that he has more days behind him than in front of him. So you basically chose to sign him over Jesse Bates because both the guys basically kind of signed for similar, similar
Mm-hmm.
deals. Middle of the defense is wide open for the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they started to do Bengal stuff. That's what more than anything it scares me now. At the end of the day, I still think that they could win the division. I still think they can make some playoffs and make a run. You understand? Second straight year starting on two, though it's different because now it's two straight division losses. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, of course,
Boy.
and you lost to a team with Baltimore that was missing Dobbs, that was missing, I think, 3 starters on the offensive line. And still
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get no pressure. That's terrible. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a different 0-2 from last year to this year. But like I say, even with all that said and done, they have the Monday night game. I don't know if Joe's going to play. Nobody really knows yet. You You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to sit him down. How you gonna sit him down now?
Yep.
For who?
Yep.
For who?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They started to do bingo shit again, man. That's the shit that's really, you know what I'm saying? They, like they're resting on their laurels. They got happy. They ascended to a place they probably haven't been since '88 Super Bowl and Super Bowl contenders and all that every year now. And I don't know, man. It just really it's tearing me out, Ma. You know what I'm saying? Bengals starting to do bingo shit again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You made some good points. I mean, I think that again, if you're in the Super Bowl now window, and you got Teddy Bridgewater that's been on the market forever before he signed with Detroit.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you do it?
Right.
Like, it makes no
Oh,
sense. You got
no sense
some
at all,
guy
bro.
who may know the system, quote unquote, but he has no capabilities. He doesn't have
Right.
the ability to actually go out and win
Right.
you games. I don't care if you know the system
Come
if you
on,
can't go
man.
play.
Right.
So that's a big, big loss for Cincinnati because again, you got to be able to have a contingency plan in place, especially if a guy like Joe Burrow is compromised. Like, so they're asking, they're saying like, do you sit? Like, so in your opinion, do you think he should sit, or do you think he should try to play through it? Like, sit a few games,
Man,
try to heal up.
you got 219 guarantee. Get your punk ass out there. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball. That's what I'm saying. Run the ball, take some pressure off of him, man. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Run the damn ball. Run the ball. Like I
Mm-hmm.
say, the offensive lineman should be tearing Zach Taylor door down. Run
Mm-hmm.
the ball, man. Run the ball. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Take some
Mm-hmm.
pressure off this guy, man. Quit trying to make him the MVP of the league, which you know what I'm saying? Thought he was going, I mean, it's still early, but I probably now, depending on if he's missed time, but I'm thinking Joe could have been, one of the top candidates for an MVP. Not this year, not what's going on, you know what I'm saying? At least, like I said, still early, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we can't afford a city. Two division losses right now. You got the Rams. The Rams ain't no punk, as you see.
Not at
You know
all.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you
Not
got
at
on
all.
three. You on three, you might as well sit him. If you know what I'm saying, we lose this game, you really might as well sit him because trying to go over three and make it to the Super Bowl is probably damn near impossible. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So with me, play his ass, put his ass on a leg warmer. You know what I'm saying? Give him some Bengay, you know what I'm saying, and run the goddamn ball, man. It ain't hard, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is it leg warmer? Some
Yeah,
week
give him a leg
stretching
warmer or something, you
socks.
know what I'm saying? What
Get
Cam
some.
say, give your boy some medicine, give him some soup, take a temperature or something.
Hey,
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
Aaron Donald though, man. Woo-wee.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
Joe, you better
Yeah,
get ready, bro.
yeah,
Better get
run the
ready.
ball. Run the ball, get rid of it quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Chase was just,
Mm-hmm.
I was just reading. He's mad about what's going on with the offense. Like I say, just a whole just a funk over the team. Man. I don't know if it's the Higgins thing. You know what I'm saying? Him not being signed. Even Tyler Boyd made a post earlier about why is Higgins not being signed. Now again, these guys are professionals. If something like that is hovering over the team, and that's the reason why, then you guys should be playing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's business that happens in the NFL. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It just definitely ain't the same bop. You got to blame it on Zach, man. You got to starts at the top all the time, man. Period, point blank. Starts
Right.
with Zach, the play caller like we was talking about through text. You know what I'm saying? Seeing people seem like they figured them out. You know what I'm saying? Offensively and defensively. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, had an announcement saying, "Oh, the Bengals came in a year. They're running the ball this year. They're doing this thing." You know what I'm saying? You just came out with the same shit, same. You can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
yeah, man. Two teams that you think are the best teams right now, best teams and the worst teams. Give me two of them, all. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Just
so
just freestyle real quick.
I'll probably do one from each conference, kind of as a preview to, the Super Bowl on the best team side. Give me 49ers. Again, Brock Purdy ain't lost yet. This year, last year, offense still looks good. Ayuk, Debo got back into the action last week, and McCaffrey's, shout out to C Mac. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that a couple of guys in the fantasy league passed on him. You know what I'm saying? So, he's been balling for your boy. Hopefully, he can
For
stay
sure.
healthy. So I'm gonna take San Francisco. That team is loaded. Got talent everywhere and they experienced. Really can do it all. From top to bottom. So that's my number one team. Of course, at the NFC. And then you got the AFC, or I guess maybe the next best team. Um, I think some people will say Dallas. Again, I'm not a Dak believer, so I'm not going there. They get no
Emmett, do
credit
you hear
until
this guy, man? Do
they
you hear it? Emmett, what the
they get no credit until the playoff time comes and I see what he does. I'm sorry, like this is where I've arrived at, Jim. Like it's not my fault. Blame Dak. Like blame it's totally Dak's fault, 100%. um, I would probably say the number two team and the best team that I think is going right now in the AFC. Of course, it's hard to bet against Kansas City, but I'm gonna say the Dolphins, man. I think with the way that Tua's playing, if he could stay healthy, the way that they got talent and speed going in that scheme, and Mostert and Jeff Wilson isn't even playing yet, and they got Devin A. Chain, who's a rookie, also super fast guy. Like they got a lot of talent. They got talent on defense, pass rush, backers, secondary. That Miami Dolphins team is really, really talented and loaded. So I would say that they're the best team in the AFC right now. And the worst teams, I mean, you got a lot of bad teams, a lot of bad football being played. I'd say, um, I was gonna say the Giants, because I feel like, even though they came back and won that game against Arizona, they should have never been that close. They did win and they got talent, but they play bad football, and there's no real excuse for that. Of course, Arizona, they've been better than people realize, but they still are bad. They play better. I'm gonna say Arizona and the Giants, man, are the two worst teams to me. You could argue Carolina, but again, I'm a believer in Bryce Young. I think eventually he figures it out. He's smart. They just got to get more talent down there. But for the Giants, for the talent that they have, and for them to perform the way they perform, and they didn't score basically in six quarters. Start the season, kind of took off the second half. So I'm gonna throw the Giants in there as my bottom two.
you know, you know, I'm starting the worst, man. Because the worst is two of my three teams, man. Of course, everybody know my three, NFL teams: Bengals, Bears, and Browns. I mean, Bengals, Bears, and the Cowboys. I said Browns. I don't know what the hell. Bengals and the Bears, man. I mean, I don't know what the fuck the Bears doing. They won't. They trying to make Justin Fields to a pocket
Yeah,
passer.
they
You
are
know what I'm
bad.
saying?
You're right. I forgot about the
Only four
Bears.
carries last week. Like, come on, man. The defense is already suspect. You know what I'm saying? We definitely expected way more offensively. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely got to say the Bears, man. Then of course the Bengals, man. I ain't gonna say like I say, I ain't gonna say the Arizonas and the Houston's of the world because those teams weren't expected to be nothing anyway. So I ain't really. I'm talking about teams that supposed to kind of did something. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
Bears was. Some people had Bears hovering at 8-8 or 9-8 or something like that. And of course, Bengals was supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I definitely got to go with those two teams. The best, like I say, definitely 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Of course, man, 37 to winning 30 to 7 and 30 to 23 on both games on the road. They didn't even play the home
Mm-hmm.
game yet. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And then of course the Cowboys, man, 30 to 10, 40 to and basically 70 to 10, man. You know what I'm saying? These first two games. Defense is looking unstoppable. Again, man, the trade of the year, Stephon Gilmore, man. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
man. The front line, the front seven was already ridiculous. I mean, the front seven, front four. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Stephon, you got Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when we picked championship. I said the Cowboys probably the best, most talented team out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They showing it early. I thought they was gonna start off slow and pick it up. They coming out the gates on fire. You know what I'm saying?
They
So,
are.
you know, yeah, man. Week 3 picks NFL. I'm gonna start mine first. Trying to go undefeated this year. No more. I'm trying to hit bounce. Some singles, man. Some singles and some doubles. No more Barry Bonds steroids, home run picks, man. You know what I'm saying?
He going chalk. That's what that means.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm 8-8 on 500. You know what I'm saying? Thursday night game, 49ers and Giants, of course, give me the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys and the Cards, give me the Cowboys. Chiefs and the Bears, give me the Chiefs. Ravens and the Colts. if Anthony Richardson, if he plays, he can make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still go Baltimore, Titans and the Browns. I'm gonna go with Titans, man. Like I'm gonna go with Tennessee, man. You know what I'm saying? Vrabel, Vrabel always get those guys up.
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill played very well. Finally, you know what I'm saying? The Browns, all the issues they got going on. I mean, we just as far as we talking offline about. What I mean? Is Deshaun Watson that guy anymore? You know what I'm saying? Of course,
Mm-hmm.
Nick Chubb being hurt. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee, man. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins and the Broncos. Give me the Dolphins first home game. South Beach gonna be off the chain down there. Passing the Jets. I went back and forth with this one. There was a couple games. You know what I'm saying? But give me the Pats, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Pats with the upset. I don't trust young Zach Wilson. He's looking like a bum, man. You know what I'm saying? That defense there's only so much they can save him. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and of course you playing you be playing against the chess master over there with Belichick, man. You know
Buddy.
what I'm saying? And so yeah, definitely give me the Pats get their first win. They've been playing both of their games. They've been playing tough. Both to play the Eagles and the Dolphins tough. Both for first 2 weeks. So give me the Pats over the Jets. This game too. I the Commanders and the Bills. First I had Buffalo, but then I say, man, you know what? I'm riding with Bieniemy, man. You know what I'm saying? All that talent over there
Mm-hmm.
in Washington, that front four is finally back with Chase Young back,
Yeah,
finally
buddy.
being healthy. I'm going with
Mm-hmm.
the Commanders, man. You know what I'm saying? Over the Bills, Lions over the Falcons. I like the way the Falcons are playing. I think the Lions bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Packers and the Saints. Give me the Packers. Jags and the Texans. Give me the Jags. Chargers and the Vikings. This is both 0-2. Chargers another one of those teams that surprises. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Offensively they're there, but the defense just looking terrible. Again with the Vikings. Offensively, their defense looking terrible. I keep riding with the Chargers, even though I think the Vikings can win at home, but I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I just go with the Chargers on this one. Seahawks and the Panthers. Give me the Seahawks. Raiders and the Steelers. Give me a porn star and the gang out there, my boy
Wow.
Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go porn star and them at home. In Vegas, I think Pittsburgh will be on the strip too much. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch a show or something. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the two Monday night games. What's up with these two Monday night games? That shit is
I
stupid as
like
hell.
it. Nah, I
You
like it
do?
though.
You like them
Yeah, I
out?
do.
You don't know what game to watch though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah, true. I mean, what I do is I normally record one and then catch up.
Okay,
They do
right.
like show a lot of split screen, which I don't
Yeah,
like. They cut in the game a lot. But
right.
again, most of the time, if it's a Sunday game where it's a 1 o'clock slide and you got 8 games going on, like you're
Yeah,
probably
I
gonna watch
get
your
it.
local game and then you're gonna watch maybe
Right.
another one or something. Like it's a bunch of games get wasted that you can't even see. Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I'd
I
rather
get that.
have it where I can see more football. Like, and that's what that double Monday night lets me do.
Okay. God damn it. See, that's why you're here. God damn it, that makes a whole lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Rams and the Bengals, man. Totally predicated on Joe. Joe plays.
Hmm.
I think I got to go with the Bengals to finally get out the snide, break the snide against the Rams, who are not that great. If Joe don't play, I got to lean the Rams. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
I'm going to say Bengals, but that's with an asterisk. But only if Joe plays. You know what I'm saying? Then the Eagles or the Bucks, give me the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag, well, these ain't hashtag picks. It's week 3 NFL picks. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. A lot of similarity there. I'm going to take 49ers as well. I'm going to take the Titans as well. Same thing. Agree with Variable. Getting those boys ready against Cleveland. They'll be at home. Jerome Ford from Cincinnati, see if he can carry the load there. See if Kareem Hunt plays. I think it's supposed to be like 18 to 20 mile an hour wind. They're going to start seeing that weather, kind of whip around Cleveland. And that doesn't bode real well for Cleveland's pass game. And their run game isn't as strong with Chubb not being there. So that leans the Titans' way. I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm going to take the Lions to beat the Falcons. Take the Saints to beat the Packers on the
Mm,
road. I like getting the
mm,
Saints. I like the way the defense is playing.
yeah.
I like the way,
It's a lot,
they
man.
lost
Yeah.
Jamal Williams, but Tony Jones Jr. from Notre Dame stepped in, did a good job. Alvin Kamara will be back next week. So I'm gonna take the Saints to win that game. Take the Dolphins to beat the Broncos, and then I
Mhm.
agree with you as well. I think the Chargers to beat the Vikings. I think the Chargers. This is their season.
Pretty much.
They got to go get a dub here, man. So they're gonna. You'll see it. They are the more talented team too, so they should win. I agree with you as well. I'm gonna take the Pats to beat the Jets. You already mentioned it earlier. You know, your best weapon isn't going to be Bill Belichick, so I don't expect Garrett Wilson to be able to rip off or do much of anything. Patriots already got a good young corner. Christian Gonzalez is a maniac, and then they always scheme up well. So, Garrett Wilson, love you, kid, but you're gonna be on the bench this week for me and my fantasy dog. Uh, Again, more agreement. I got Washington beating the Buffalo. Again, like what Washington's done. They've always had talent. Like I said, they got the defensive talent, and offensively, Terry McLaurin is underrated. Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson. They got Brian Robinson. They got
Squad, yeah,
talent
squad,
all
yeah.
over the place. So
They got
with
squad.
Al performing well,
Yeah.
they got a talented team, and Buffalo is still kind of up and all over the place. And I think that defensive line will cause a couple turnovers for Josh Allen. So I'm gonna take Washington. Jaguars to beat the Texans. I'm gonna take Baltimore to beat the Colts. Seahawks to beat the Panthers. Chiefs to beat the Bears. For Cowboys to beat the Cardinals. I'm gonna take the Steelers to beat the Raiders on the road. Again, where's Najee Harris? I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going
Right,
on.
man.
But George Pickens, I think you saw his breakout talent. I think you'll see more of that against the Raiders, who still has no real secondary, no corner to stop them. So um, I'm gonna take the Steelers. I'm gonna take the Eagles to beat the Bucks. I also got the Bengals to beat the Rams with an asterisk. Again, that changes if Joe doesn't play. Of course, Joe doesn't play, and I'm switching that. But right now, I'm assuming Joe plays. The Bengals got to have it. I'm gonna pick them at home.
Yes, sir. So how we count that? Do we how we count that
Now,
on the official scorecard, huh?
hey, if he plays
If he
and
plays, yeah, that's what it is.
then but if he don't, then we switch to the
Yeah,
Rams, and
yeah,
it's just how it is, man. We gonna count
yes,
it as
sir.
what we said, Jim. Like on mine, I just gotta go make sure I switch it on ESPN little thing so I don't get uh, geek. But
Right,
yeah,
right. Yeah, yes, sir. Again, man, weekly recap episode 104, fire episode, man. It's been real fun, man. You know what I mean? Again, baby. You
yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? Again, follow me, Jim Banks 513 on IG, Banks Norman on Facebook, of course, Ohio 2 Michigan for young bro. You know what I mean? YouTubers, like, subscribe, man. We appreciate it, man. We getting them subscribers up. We got to get them up, man. We got to get them up. You know what
Gotta
I'm
get
saying?
them.
So all our podcast listeners, go to YouTube, subscribe, like, put your hashtag pics in the comments, man. We appreciate all the love all around the country, all around the world. It's your boy Banks. J
Hold
Mal,
on, you
we
said
out.
you said you
Go ahead,
going
bro.
to real quick. You said you're going to the Bearcats at Oklahoma. You'll be at
Yeah,
Bearcats
yeah,
Oklahoma.
we'll be at the game. We'll be at the
I'll
building.
be
Yes,
at
sir.
Lions and Falcons, so make sure y'all follow our social pages for just kind of scenes, taking in the atmospheres of the games. Just what we do, man. So let's get it.
Yeah, man. Uncut right here, man. Ain't no gossip sites over here. You know what I'm saying? It's real uncut. You know what I'm saying? You getting real sports facts. You ain't getting no gossip. You ain't getting no BS over here, man. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So tell a friend you want to get the real, man. You want to get the real sports talkers right here. Sports Money Music Podcast. We
Facts.
out.